Hello and welcome to another system control tutorial. In this tutorial I'll be going into variables for JavaScript. If you haven't seen part 1, go back and see the part 1 introduction of JavaScript. This is part 2 and let's go ahead and jump right in. So what is a variable? A variable is a representation of a value of something. So it can be an equation, it can be a function, it could be anything, practically anything that you can think of could be a variable. It just represents something else. So a value represents a value. So let's go ahead and get started. So to establish a variable, unlike PHP, you state var. So var, short for variable, and then we write a name. It shouldn't start with any numbers, it shouldn't contain any special characters, and it shouldn't have any spaces. If you want spaces, do underscores as an alternative. So let's name this one numbers. And so if we left it like this, numbers doesn't equal anything. It's basically, it has no value. There's nothing to it. So we need to give it a value. Now to do that, you just give it equal sign and then you say what do you want it to equal. Now if it's numbers that you want it to equal, do not put quotations around the numbers. In JavaScript, that's not how it works. Now if you want letters, let's say you want to put your name, or let's say we want system control, we would put quotations and we'd write system control, then we close it with a semicolon. So we have the variable, so we're declaring as a variable var space, and then we have the name of the variable we want to call it. So we can call it numbers, we can call it a name like Bob, anything you want. Just there's some limitations. You can't start with numbers or special characters or anything like that, but you can name it pretty much anything you want. Now keep this in mind. At first I thought it would be cool if you named the variables something just crazy, but the problem is as your application gets more and more complex, if the variable names don't correlate with what they actually do or what they are, it gets very confusing very fast, even for the person who developed it. So just get in the habit of naming it of what it is. So in this case, numbers wouldn't be system control, it would be numbers. So we'll write 1, 2, 3. Now like I said, there isn't quotations around numbers. So let's go ahead and make it pop up. So let's go ahead and highlight the quotations that says pop up, and let's replace that. So since it's a variable, there isn't any quotations needed. You just write the variable name. So in this case, it's called numbers. So if I save this and reload it onto a web page, it's going to pop up with the numbers 1, 2, 3. So what you did, awesome. So that's introductory to variables within JavaScript. I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit more complex in the following tutorial videos for JavaScript, so the pace will pick up. I just want you guys to get the basics and understand functions and variables and the differences between a variable and actual displayed text, and the differences between numbers and actual other symbols and letters and stuff like that. So don't forget to subscribe, rate, comment. Any questions you have, just comment. I'll answer them as soon as possible. And hope you guys enjoyed. So move on to part 3 now.